He's like love, 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 and music. La la la, love, 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 and music. Love, 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 and music.
Hello, everyone. If you are watching this, it's because you have already seen Avengers. No, I don't have lipstick on. Just got home from seeing Avengers Endgame. Me and my nephew went to see it. Oh, hello, everyone. Thank you for tuning in. I am Jay Lee. This is Jay Lee's Corner. Boom, it's out the way. Um, bruh, bruh. I'm overwhelmed with the emotion from the movie. It was so many different things. But if you have not done so already, please take a minute to subscribe to my channel and become a whole Jaybird, Jaybird, dun 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 dun, and all that good shit. Y'all know plain fake J Lee, girl. Sometimes I be forgetting what I look like when I don't lipstick on, honey, on this camera. But yeah, me and my nephew went to go see Avengers Endgame. There will be spoilers in this. There will be spoilers. So if you have not seen it yet, don't watch. Um, because that's just, you can't get mad if you watch it's I'm going to say things about the movie. Points to the blank to the period. Um, First things first, if you haven't seen it, leave. I'll give you 5 seconds. Tony Stark is dead. Bruh, I was not prepared for that. But we'll get to that. You know, the beginning of it, I did not see Captain Marvel. Not for any particular reason. You know, usually these kind of movies I go to with my nephew. DJ went to see Captain Marvel with some of his friends from school. So I just didn't get the chance to go see it. And when I kept asking people, did I need to see it in order to see to see this movie, it was like, well, no. It just meant that she was the first Avenger, and Nick Fury made the Avengers based on her in the past. Okay, and that was, you know, other little nuggets, but nothing that really I would need to see it to see this movie. So you know, the beginning of it, to me, I was just like, okay, the whole thing happened. We see, you know, Tony Stark and them come back. Captain Marvel is here. You know, she saves Tony and Nebula from the outer space or whatever. They get there and they're like, okay, we know what Thanos is. We just need to go get Thanos, get the gauntlet off his hand. You know, we see he snapped his finger again, did some shit or whatever. But we know where he is because Nebula knew what he was going to be tired to. So, you know, the whole thing with Captain Marvel, like, you know what I'm saying? Y'all didn't have me, so I can go and I can go kill him. But no, we're a whole team, that whole thing. And then they went to get him. And I'm like, why he limping? Why Thanos limping? Did he get arthritis? You know, what's going on? And then we realize he doesn't even have the stones. He used the stones to destroy the stones because he didn't want nobody undoing what he had already did. So he was already limping from that, being hurt from that. And, you know, his face was kind of burnt up a little bit on the side or whatnot. And then Thor, and they were like, you're lying. You were the stones or whatever. And they're like, you know, well, no, my father is a lot of things, but he is a liar. He is not. And I'm like, well, I think that's true. I don't think Thanos lies about stuff. And then Thor just cut his head off because, you know, before they said you should have went for the head. And this time he went for the head and cut his head off. And then it was over. And I'm looking like, wait, that's it? Y'all killed Thanos in the first 5-10 minutes. I was like, that's what we gonna do? That's it? Ain't nothing else but I was surprised. I was like, then what the fuck what we gonna do for this next 2 hours and 50 minutes? What's gonna go on here? You know, we then it kind of skip ahead 5 years and everybody's kind of went their separate ways. We also see Hawkeye in the Hawkeye was actually the first scene. I'm not gonna go scene by scene. I'm not gonna recap the whole movie. This is what I can remember. Just to tell you how I felt about the movie. But Hawkeye was in the beginning, and he outside with his wife and 3 children, whatever, and they shooting arrows and playing catch and all that stuff. And his daughter walks away to go grab whatever, and then she disappears. And then he's like, daughter, where the fuck the daughter go? Honey, he turned around, his wife and 2 sons gone. So the snap, we see the snap, how it happened to him. He lost his whole family, okay, wife and 3 children. So, we see that whole thing. Anyway, 5 years later, you see, everybody knows what Thanos did. Everybody is a realization of, okay, he took so many people away, and how are people dealing with it, like all over the world. That's why we kept seeing people's haircuts looking different. Oh, they all over the world. Anyway, so I'm like, okay, it gotta be something else. It goes from that to we see Scott, who Ant-Man, who was caught in the quantum thing. He didn't get out. He go back and oh my God, it's 5 years later. His daughter was 5 years older. She's a whole like little teenager or whatever. Thank God, but they thought Scott was dead, but he wasn't. Scott, of course, go find Black Widow, and Captain America, and they like, is this real? Like, is he really here? Like, is this the old message? It's like, no, he's at the front gate. He's like, hey, it's me, Scott. Ant-Man, I met you guys. I got really, really, really big. I'm like, oh, bro, we know it's you. And he like, the quantum realm is this, the quantum realm is that, and time is different here in the quantum realm. Blah 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 blah. And maybe we can go back in time and reset shit. Okay, so they go to Tony Stark. Because Tony Stark, he's a real genius, and he's somewhere. Because when Tony Stark comes back, it didn't kill Pepper Potts. So, Gwyneth Paltrow was still there, whatever. But him and Pepper Potts are now married, got a whole daughter, little cute little girl or whatever. And he, somewhere just chilling and living a regular old life. And when they go looking for him, he like, I got a whole life here. I can't risk it. I'm good. I can't help y'all. Can't help y'all. Can't help y'all. I'm done. And so they leave and they go find Hulk, because Hulk is also a genius. And I'm like, the Hulk looked different. Bruce Banner and the Hulk was one person, okay? And he was cute. The Hulk was cute. I'm like, hey, Hulk, you look strong and cute. Little jawline. He not angry no more. He said he realized that both the Hulk lost things and Bruce Banner lost things, and he took the 5 years. It took 18 months to fix it to where he could be them both at the same time. So he's a big green Hulk, but he's also Bruce Banner. And I'm like, but he was cute though. Hey, Hulk. He taking pictures with kids and all. Oh, said Hulk to say cheese. I'm looking like the Hulk is saying cheese. It's just funny. Anyway, so they do get him to help out. They figure out, okay, they can do this in some kind of way. Tony talking to Pepper said, I figured it out. I figured out how to help him. But you know what I'm saying? I don't want to ruin what we have here. I should just leave it alone. And you know what I'm saying? Chill out. Yeah, if you leave it alone, will you be able to rest? No, he can't be able to. So he kind of, all right, let me go help him or whatever. He go back and he help. Cool. So they figure out how to do stuff, how to go back and forth in time to where they like, okay, but we need more people. So they had, Hawk, they had, who all they gotta go get? They had to go find Hawkeye, who out here, he's like a whole mercenary. He killing all the bad people, mainly because he like, Thanos wiped out half the world. But you badasses is left, and y'all out here still doing dirt. My whole family gone. They was innocents, and y'all here wasting y'all away. I'm gonna kill all y'all. So he just murdering people all over the planet. But bad people, not good people, or whatever. But, you know what I'm saying, Black Widow go find him, and he like, don't give me hope. She's like, there's hope, we may be able to fix this. Don't give me hope now. I wish I could have gave it to you before, because he wasn't killing people. So it was, it was Hawkeye, it was Black Widow, it was the Hulk, it was, Ant-Man. They went and found Thor. Okay? Thor and them Asgardians are on a whole new. They look like they live next door to Aquaman, because I swear I'm looking like, ain't that what Aquaman be with the waters and the rivers or whatever? But I digress, because they lost their whole place. So Asgard is this whole little town or whatever now, and the girl, is her name Valkyrie? Valerian, I think it's Valkyrie. I mean, the girl from Thor. Okay, she's also a tough person. Y'all know I'm bad with names. She like, he want to see y'all because Rocket, because Rocket's alive. Rocket and Bruce slash Hulk went to go see him. We don't even see him that much. We only see him when he comes here to get beer. And they gonna find Thor, and Thor is fat. He had a whole beer belly. He looked like a whole hobo. Oh, he ain't cut his hair. Hulk, I mean, he looks, he just needs to work out a little bit. But he is, of course, just not okay because he failed. He's upset because he failed. He don't want anybody to work Thanos, and he's just not okay. But they're like, no, we can probably fix this. Like, no, I'm good. And then Rocket say, but we have beer, and so he comes with them. So they have to all go to certain points in time where the stones are, and they can get them to have someone put on the hand, snap their fingers, and bring everyone back. That was the whole point of, even though they already killed Thanos, he dead in the current time. They're gonna go back into the past and get the stones one by one, and then bring them back, snap them the fingers, and then that's the whole thing. They then realize, at once, because they only had so much time juice to go back in time. Each person can only go back one time. And they realize, oh, what all the stones are in the same time period. They're all in New York, like in this one particular year. And so they all have to go back to that one year, but go to three different places. So we see old footage from old movies because we knew, okay, the stone was there in that movie. The stone was there in that movie. So we see all that stuff. So, but the good part about it was, in each looking for the stone scene, each person kind of has a contact with someone from their past. Thor goes back to his mama died because they had to get the little red stuff out of old girl, and he gets to talk to his mother, where he trying to act like he's the current Thor, and she's like, "Boy, I was raised with witches. I know that she was from the future. It was which won't say." So he has this loving conversation with his mom because he felt like he failed. He was nothing. He wasn't worthy of being Thor, the god of thunder and lightning and all that stuff. And so she like, you my son, you're gonna be great. Don't worry about him. Saying if you here trying to redo stuff, redo it. Don't worry about me, because he kept trying to tell her what happened to her, and she's like, nope, nope, leave alone. Go ahead, go on about your business, boy. Go on about your business. And he like, all right. He feels better, and he grabs his hammer. So his hammer was destroyed when his sister came. His hammer wasn't destroyed in that time frame, so he got his hammer from that time frame. Okay, who else kind of we seen? Captain America saw his girl again back in the day. Tony saw his daddy again. Again back when they didn't know who they were or whatever, all this stuff. No, Tony talked to his daddy, and his daddy didn't know who he was because Tony was a grown man. So, and at that point in time, Tony's mom was pregnant with him. So that was really, really cute. It was a lot. Okay, it was a lot. And again, it don't seem like it was 3 hours. It really, really, really don't. Um, there was funny parts in it. Okay, there was very, very funny parts in it. We was laughing or whatever. But for the most part, my nephew said, I thought the movie would have more fights, but there was really just a lot of story. It is a lot of story, but because my nephew's 13, he don't get he get it, but he like me as an adult, I get they were trying to wrap up the story, so it was a lot of story being told that he enjoyed, but he wanted some fighting, okay, and it was still fighting scenes. It was funny to see when they went back to the 2012 movie, whichever the first Avengers, um, and New Hulk, who's Bruce and the Hulk, had to act like the old Hulk, and they're like, go around this kind of Hulk smash stuff. He was like, all right, grrr, smash, 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 grrr. It was funny because he was like, I don't want to smash nothing. I'm good, but leave me alone. So that kind of stuff was funny. There were little nuggets all throughout the movie. One scene where Loki got the Tesseract. That I'm like, we're not gonna go back to that. We're not gonna say how. What I'm saying, okay. It was a little even when Okiko, okay, honey, the girl from The Walking Dead who's in Black Panther. I can't deny from Walking Dead when they like, we're hearing like water quakes, but don't worry about it. You know what I'm saying? It'll take care of itself. Someone said that was an ode to somebody. Who was it? To somebody else. But there were these little nuggets throughout the movie. If you listened enough, it was little nuggets here and there. Anyway, they went back in time trying to get all the stones, and the bald head lady from Doctor Strange, who used to be the keeper of the time thing, she was there in her old past, present, past form. And when Bruce slash Hulk went to get it from her, she kind of knocked Bruce's spirit out of she knocked Bruce's spirit out of the Hulk and kind of knocked the Hulk out, because she's like, you know what I'm saying? You can't have my stone because I have to protect it. And I can't give you the stone to fix your timeline because it'll mess up all these other timelines and it'll create different timelines. I can't do that. And it wasn't until Hawk said, well, Doctor Strange gave it to Thanos. She was like, wait, what? He willingly gave it to Thanos. He was like, yes, he just was like, here, like and she was like, okay, then that must mean I didn't do something right. You know what I'm saying? Because he was the best of the best of the best. So if he willingly gave this stone to Thanos, he did it for a reason, and I'm supposed to give it to you. And so, you know what I'm saying, she brought the Hulk body back to the spirit of Bruce Banner, and then, you know what I'm saying, gave him the stone. So I think that was really cute and really different. But in all of that, okay, even though Nebula is now on our side or whatever, when they all in the same year, because both Nebulas are there, and Nebula's like really she's all bunch of parts or whatever, her mind can see the current Nebula could see the future Nebula's thoughts and memories. And so when Thanos was like, what is she seeing? Like, what was that? Like, what are we seeing? I don't know. And when they look through her parts or whatever, they realize, okay, it's another Nebula here and not a whole nother one. It's the future her. It's her in 9 years. And he's like, 9, what's going on? And this was when bad Gamora was there, when Gamora was still trying to murder people or whatever. And so he read the future person's mind and again find out everything. So I'm like, God damn it. So he's seen he's seen everything that happened. He's seen that he got the stones, that he snapped his fingers, that he won, but that he was eventually killed and murdered. And I want to know everything so we can figure everything out. So they find the old Nebula, whatever, the new Nebula fake like the old the old Nebula fake like the new Nebula. And she then came back when they all had the stones. And then she opened up the realm of the world, to let Thanos and all the badness come with her. So they all had the stones. They make the gauntlet hand. And, the Hulk say he has to wear it because, he's the only one strong enough to do that with all the green stuff, him or whatever. So he can wear it, even though he gets a little bit bruised and battered from wearing it, and he snaps his fingers, and they're hoping everyone comes back. And little by little, we see um, you know, why can't I think of that man's name? The Arrow Man. His Hawkeye's phone rings. It's his wife. Ant-Man hear his girl in his ear. He hear Wasp in his ear talking, and you see these little itty bitty nuggets of, okay, some people are back. We don't know if everybody back, but at the same time, Thanos ass come, and you hear boom, so everything blows up. Okay, and I'm like, well, God damn it. We just got everybody back. What's going on here? But Thanos is back. He done came down. So we know, but he don't have the stones. It isn't Thanos with the stones. It's Thanos before the stones. But he sends the Nebula, the bad Nebula, to go find the stones and bring them to him. But new Nebula convinces Gamora, we can stop this in the future. I try to kill you a few times. However, we become sisters, and he kills you to get the Soul Stone. Oh, how did I almost forget? When Hawkeye and Natasha, Black Widow, go for the Soul Stone, they didn't know how to get it. And when they get there, and Red Dragon Skull Man say, to get the Soul Stone, you have to, sacrifice a soul. They have to decide, okay, who gonna sacrifice themselves? And they both want to do it. And they have a whole fight trying to kill themselves so the other one can get the soul stone. And I'm like, stop fighting, y'all. Stop it. I don't want either one of y'all to die. But Natasha sacrifices her. She wins the sacrifice. And he's like, no, why would you do this? She felt like she's been working toward this her whole life. She's like, I've never had nothing, nobody except this team. I've never had nothing. And she was willing to sacrifice her life to keep him alive because he has a whole wife and kids. So like, if everybody come back, his wife and kids do too. So you can't sacrifice. And I was like, oh, so Black Widow's dead. She can't come back. And Hulk and Thor was like, wow, we upset. We can bring her back. We can snap the fingers. And they like, no, this can't be undone. Because again, she didn't die from Snap. She died from dying, like just dying. That's why the Gamora couldn't come back. But since they brought the past Gamora back, she can back or whatever. Anyway, so once Thanos is there, and that's when shit gets crazy, and we like, oh crap. So we see like Captain America, and Iron Man fighting Thanos. Fight, or whatever. You then see at one point Captain America wielding the hammer because he's worthy. I'm like, come on, Captain. Come on. And it's funny me watching the movie with my nephew because my comments like, come on, Captain. He was like, TT, what you talking about? Because he don't got to talk. He's 13. Anyway, so, that was amazing. But it was just so much in between that was still good. And then the best part, okay? The best part. When Thanos thinks he's won because he's beating up, Iron Man. He's beating up Thor. He's beating up, Cap. And, Cap then hears Falcon in his ear saying, Cap, can you hear me? I'm like, Falcon's back? Hey, Falcon. Hey, what's his name? Mackie something. Anthony Mackie. Hey, how you doing, brother? Anyway, you then see he realizes, okay, people's back. And you see the gold opening. So you know that Doctor Strange is back and all the people's back. And then you see one thing open up and it's circling. And we like, who coming through? Bitch, and this it's T'Challa, okay, his sister and his head god. I cannot pronounce their names, and they come through, okay. And he says something I can't remember. I'm like, and on my way home, I kept thinking about the movie Muhammad Ali when they're like Ali Boombaye. I'm like, well, they saying Ali Boombaye. And I'm like, I don't know. But they were saying something, Wakanda is. And I was like, come through, Black Panther. And DJ was like, TT. And I was just like, what? He haven't heard me, react to stuff like that way. But people in there too was like, oh, and I was like, hey. It was really great to see them walk through. And he looked at Cap like, you back, baby? Okay, T'Challa come through. And then everyone else starts coming through. Doctor Strange, the Wasp, everybody's back. Groot is back. Everybody, okay? Except Gamora and except Black Widow, okay, was their dead. Now there's a new Gamora, who was an old Gamora, who knows that she changed and she's for the good now, okay. Star-Lord is back now. I was happy Star-Lord wasn't earlier because y'all know he the whole reason that we had to go through on it because he hit Thanos he should not have. But seeing them all come through, and because Thanos had his whole army, all his people, all kind of animals and things came through the same way we had a war on Avengers Infinity War. It was that. It was all Thanos' people against Cap. And then Cap went alone. Because all of M'Baka was there. Hey, M'Baka. Hey, Winston Duke. It was amazing. It was amazing seeing all the characters back to know that Snap works. And they was able to get it together. Okay. And they was all fighting. Spider-Man was back. All that shit, okay? And it was a big battle, okay? Pepper Potts was there, and her because she was in the Iron Man costume, but she becomes someone else. I can't think of the name. I'm not, but y'all know she was she was fighting too, okay? Because she's a whole superhero within herself. Everybody. Everybody was there, and it was amazing to see them fight and fight and fight some more. And at one point, seeing Black Panther running with the gauntlet to get it to where it needed to go, and I'm like, "Come through, T'Challa, run, run, run!" You know, Captain Marvel, she came back as well, and she came back fucking shit up. Okay, they're like, "Oh, why the cannon shooting in the sky? Something came through something came through the world. It was Captain Marvel coming through." Shit up like bow 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 bow. It was amazing. It was amazing. So on one level, I do wish it was more fighting. On the other level, the amount of fight scene that we got in the end was worth it. It was amazing to see them win. Okay, and I'll end it with the sad, sad death of Iron Man, who started at least the movies. His movie was the first one, and because he asked Doctor Strange, like you said, that there was 18 million, how many possibilities, and it was only one where we won. Is this that one? And he said, if I tell you, it won't be that one. And so, we then see them trying to figure out, okay, who gonna put this hand thing on again? Who gonna get it on? Get it off of Thanos or whatever. And you see Doctor Strange looking at Tony, and he's saying, he put up he was like, this is the one, and Tony figured it out. So he left the gauntlet on um he left the gauntlet on Thanos' hand, but he took the stones, and the stones were then on his hand as Iron Man. And so when he did that, of course, he was able to snap his fingers, and he said, I am Iron Man, snap. And the snap killed all of Thanos' people. They all just faded away to dust. And the last scene of seeing Thanos himself fade away to dust finally. And it was like, yay! Yeah! Woo! That was amazing. Even Tony being so happy that the kid Spider-Man was alive, we said that all the time. But then we look at Tony, and he was dying. Like, his body was deteriorating from the power of those stones, which was just too much power for one person to yield. It would kill the person. So he basically sacrificed himself, and he died. And bitch, I cried. Okay, cried. I was in there like, I was crying, and I was like, let's go ahead, my face. I'm gonna drink my Slurpee. It was so sad. They then had a whole little, memorial service thing. They showed that he had made a little video to talk to people, because he said, in case I die, this is what I want to say. But if we make it, I'm saying, whatever. I was so sad. I was not ready for Tony to die. I really, really wasn't. I mean, I think I prepared myself for more people to die. I feel like because we knew people would die, we just didn't know how many. I was sad. I love Robert Downey Jr. as Iron Man, as Tony Stark. He's done an amazing job, and I was so sad that he was. And I know it can be something he may come back. I don't know. But he's dead. Okay, he's dead in this part of the time, we know. And it was sad. It was so sad. But but to see them all kind of gather for his memorial was, Nick Fury, all of them was there. Nick Fury he's still alive or whatever. It was sad. Okay, so we have that, and then Cap, who had to go back to put the stones back in time where they were in the past to not create alternate realities or whatever. And like, okay, he gonna go back, and he should come back in like 5 seconds or whatever. And they send him back, and he doesn't come back. They're like, what happened? Where is he? And then Winter Soldier, Bucky, and Falcon see an old man sitting on the ledge, and they like, look, what's that? Where the fuck he come from? Cap stayed in the past and stayed with his girl and lived life, because he had already woke up frozen, lived the whole life without her, where he got to this point in life. And so because he was able to go back, he just stayed there and grew old. And he came back with his shield and gave it to Falcon. Because Falcon said, no, I can't imagine I'm living in a world without a Captain America. He was like, well, you don't have to. And gave him his shield and said, how does it feel? Like, like it's someone else. It's like, well, no, it's yours. Like, it's yours. Okay. It's yours. I'm like, oh my God. But it was a great movie. Great, 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 great movie. I'm assuming anybody who's watched this has already seen it or don't plan on going to see it. The end, there was not much of additional footage, but if you waited to after the credits, there was just the word Marvel, and there was just a banging, like metal banging, just like it was when Iron Man was making his initial suits in Iron Man 1. That's the sound you heard. Like, and I'm like, I don't know if that was an ode to him being dead, or maybe they're cooking up something else for different whatever. Because his daughter could be Iron Man or Iron Woman. I don't know. But again, I didn't mean for this to be so long. But I guess I was able to. That's just how I felt about the movie. Again, I wasn't trying to go piece by piece. I missed a whole bunch, but it was amazing seeing everyone we had come to see in the Avengers films. It was what, 21 films over 10 years, 21, 22 films over 10 years. So to see all of the characters come back around, to see some of the characters have these moments with Pat, it was just amazing. Like, it was amazing. It was really, really good. I don't know if I'll go see it a second time. I may get to see it a second time when it comes on DVD. But I don't think I'm gonna go to the movies again to see it. But if you have not seen it, it's worth it. If you are a movie buff of the superhero franchise or whatever, you've seen it already. So but if you haven't seen it, it's a good movie to see. Okay. The funny part was, me and DJ on our way home, we called my sister, and she's like, y'all want to go see Endgame? I'm like, yeah. She don't watch those kind of movies, so she had no idea Endgame was about Avengers. She's like, I didn't know. So what happened? And when I'm like, we know Thor and she was like, wait, all of them is in there? I'm like, yes, Veronica. And I was like, and then, Tony Stark. She's like, who is Tony Stark? I'm like, what you mean, who is Tony Stark? I'm like, that's Iron Man. She's like, well, I thought that was Iron Man. No, it's real. So, my sister's the person who would not go see it. But again, it's a really good movie. So, that was my thoughts on it. My raw thoughts. Um, to me, it was a good movie. It does not seem like 3 hours. And again, I would have liked a little bit more fighting. It was a lot of story, but it was told in a great way. It gave each character their own, story to tell. It also wrapped things up for Avengers in a great way while still giving room for the standalone films to continue on. Um, you know, so that part to me was amazing. So I can't wait for the next Guardians of the Galaxy. I can't wait for the next Black Panther, and just whatever other standalone film they'll make. And because of the preview, DJ wants me to go take him to go see 18 other movies. So there'll be other reviews of movies that he makes me take him to go see. Anyway, y'all, I'm done. Peace.
He's like love, 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 and music.